Hello my dear students, welcome to our channel aspire32.com and this is Dr. Suresh Shenvi. Today we are going to learn about dental caries, which is one of the most important topic in the dentistry. Dental caries can be defined as an infectious microbiological disease which results in localized dissolution and the destruction of the calcified tissue of tooth structure. The dental caries is commonly termed as the dental decay. Caries can be learned under following headings: the etiology, that is the cause of the caries, followed by pathogenesis, classification, diagnosis, prevention, and the treatment plan. And today we will be learning about the etiology of the dental caries. Caries is a multifactorial disease. However, it requires 4 factors in order to form. The first being the plaque and the microorganisms, the tooth, the diet, and the time. All 4 essential for the caries formation. The 3 factors together constitute the Keys triad, to which the time was added later, and then it was termed as a Newburn's tetrad. As you can see in the image, without all the factors, the caries won't initiate or even progress. Let's learn about the role of microorganisms in the initiation of caries. Plaque is a soft, tenacious substance which is sticky in nature. It contains various microorganisms and water and salivary protein. Not all the organisms from the plaque are responsible for the caries formation. Basically, there are 3 organisms which are involved in the caries formation. That is the Streptococcus mutans, then the Lactobacillus acidophilus, and the Actinomyces viscosus. However, each organism has a specific role in different type of caries formation. Streptococcus mutans is one of the most important organism which is involved in the caries formation. It is both acidogenic and acidiuric. That means it can survive in the acidic environment and even produce acid. It has an enzyme called as glycosyl transferase, which is involved in the breakdown of sugar, that is the sucrose, and forms dextran. And this is the substance which allows the organisms to sustain on the tooth. Hence, the questions generally will be asked regarding the Streptococcus mutans is what is the significance of it during the caries, and the answer should be without the Streptococcus mutans, the caries will not initiate. Second organism is the Lactobacillus acidophilus. As mentioned earlier, it is the Streptococcus mutans which initiates the caries. The Lactobacillus is only involved in the progression of caries. So if somebody asks you what is the organism involved in the caries initiation, then the answer should be Streptococcus mutans. And if the caries progression is asked, then the answer is the Lactobacillus acidophilus. The third organism is the Actinomyces viscosus. It has a special role in the root caries formation. So here the question will be asked, what is the organism which was involved in the root caries formation, and that is the Actinomyces viscosus. Now let us learn the role of the tooth in the caries formation. Natural tooth with the susceptible tooth surface exposed to the oral environment is the first prerequisite for the dental caries to occur. Generally, non-self-cleansable areas are more prone to develop caries as they provide stagnation areas for the dental plaque. Pits and fissures are such areas which are hard to reach with the toothbrush or even to clean. These are the areas which are formed due to improper fusion of developing tooth lobes. The pits and fissures are prone for caries and can be seen in the occlusal surface of molars and premolars, buccal surface of mandibular molars, the palatal surfaces of the maxillary molars, and the lingual pits of the maxillary incisors. Along with this, the proximal surface, which is below the contact area, is also very susceptible to caries, and the root surface following the gingival recession or the defective margins around the restoration are also prone for the caries formation. Apart from this, the biochemical composition of the tooth also has a role in the caries. Enamel surface of a newly formed erupted teeth is highly susceptible to caries because of its increased carbonate content of the enamel crystals. With age, the surface becomes more resistant to caries because of the post-eruptive maturation that changes the composition of the surface enamel. There is an increase in the fluoride, which is anti-cariogenic in nature and makes the enamel resistant to dental caries. Now let us understand the role of diet in the initiation of the dental caries formation. Modern diet is the third major factor in the development of dental caries. As compared to the primitive diets, there are several detrimental changes in the modern diet. Physically, the diet is less fibrous and more refined and soft and sticky. This favors the stagnation of the food on the tooth surface. Chemically, the diet is mainly composed of carbohydrate, which are cariogenic material. Modern diet contains more of a refined carbohydrate like sucrose, fructose, glucose, which makes food more cariogenic. Generally, the diet that is rich in the refined carbohydrates and low in proteins